I'm wearing a Sasha Banks shirt right here. I got this from 3 years ago. In honor of her match against Bayley tonight. In Hell in a Cell. Yeah, she's 0-2 in Hell in a Cells. So, this is here in entertainment with the Hell in a Cell preview for 2020. And I know this is late because I wasn't sure if there's going to be more matches announced. And usually other people have the shows or podcasts, whatever, YouTube, usually do the predictions either yesterday or a couple days before the show. I waited till today. Whenever I upload this video on this Sunday, it will be before the show, before Hell in a Cell, to make my predictions in case if anything comes up, any new matches. And by the time this uploads fully and you see it, there might be new matches announced. Right now, there's only 5 matches currently on the card for Hell in a Cell. 3 cell matches and 2 regular matches. Okay, so let's get straight to it. So, Hell in a Cell is tonight, Sunday, October 25th. Streaming on the WWE Network. First match, The Miz versus Otis. The winner gets the Money in the Bank contract signing. Money in the Bank contract. Sorry. And obviously whoever has that briefcase cashes in for a title shot whenever he wants within a year. So in this case, if Miz wins, it'll be half a year because their contract is still only valid for a year. If it goes to a new superstar, it doesn't change. It will still be half a year. So how did we get here? Miz and Morris, more specifically Miz, was seeing Otis with the briefcase as a joke. Like, he didn't take it seriously. That Otis didn't take it seriously. Miz took it seriously. Remember, he cashed in on randyorton back in 2010 and had a WrestleMania match with John Cena in 2011. Yeah, that was height of Miz's career. Sorry, I'm drinking water. I'm a little thirsty. Okay, so Miz tried everything, did everything to get Otis do everything with his power, with his influence to Otis's personal life, so he could claim he's helping Otis to focus on his professional life. What I mean by he uses power and influence to get Mandy Rose traded to Raw a couple weeks before the draft. Okay, he uses influence to break up Heavy Machinery by Tucker going to Raw. And Miz is taking him to court to get the Money in the Bank off of Otis and give it to him. And so, remember on Raw, Tucker had to find a tag team partner, and all of a sudden we get Algardo, whatever his name was. We all know Otis under the mask, and Miz is cutting a hell of a promo. One of his most passionate promos. I'll give you it. Miz could cut a great passionate promo. And this is past SmackDown. We get the court case. You have Tucker on Otis' side, Morrison with Miz. Obviously, the Miz didn't present a strong case because what Otis is saying was true, legally true. Nothing wrong about how he won that briefcase is wrong. It's not right. But as JBL was about to announce decide in Otis' favor, Miz interrupted him, said he had new evidence for black briefcase. Juan Simmons brings up the briefcase to JBL, the judge. It opens up, obviously it's a bribe, and JBL moves in Miz's favor, but he did not give Money in the Bank to Otis. And tonight they're gonna have a match. Whoever wins becomes a Money in the Bank contract holder. And I think it's the end of this rivalry because they're both on different shows. Otis on SmackDown, Miz on Raw now, right? The winner of this match, I still think it's going to be Otis. But whoever wins, they're not going to win the title from anybody. Definitely not from Drew McIntyre or definitely not romanreigns. No, they're not going to. Neither of them are going to cash it on those guys. May as well fill against Drew McIntyre unless Drew McIntyre has easily been taken out somehow by Retribution or something. and Mrs. Sneaky guy that takes advantage. Otis against Roman Reigns. I have no idea. I'm gonna go with Otis here retaining because I don't see what the other direction is. I think it's the ending of this direction. Alright. So move on to the next match. Jeff Hardy versus Elias. The returning Elias. So we all remember that draft. We all remember what this stems back to, right? Remember Elias was taken out because of that so-called accident back in May or whatever it was, May or June. Jeff Hardy was obviously not responsible for it, but framed or whatever. We don't know who the culprit is, but it says red hair, red beard, most likely Sheamus. But Elias came back in a triple threat match, costing Jeff Hardy the win, hit him with the guitar. He had an interview blaming Jeff Hardy for that injury that took him out for 6 months, five or 6 months. He had the concert this Monday, which I thought was pretty good. I thought it was decent. It was decent. It wasn't bad. Jeff Hardy was there in the fully black, playing with the electric guitar or bass guitar, whatever it's called. Turns around, was about to hit Elias in the head with the Elias ducks. And so we're gonna have this match at Hell in a Cell. I'm gonna go with Elias with the win here, but I don't think it's gonna be clean. It might be a sneaky win, and I think they're gonna have more matches continuing on Raw and stuff. They're gonna repeat. It's just. I think most of you are gonna agree that they're gonna have more matches on Raw. It's just one of those fields where they're gonna continue. This won't be the end. Okay, now since there's no other matches announced, we'll get to the 3 Hell in a Cell matches. But who knows? There might be more matches announced maybe on the pre-show. There's no tag team matches, tag team title matches. There's no Intercontinental, US title, nothing. No Raw Women's title, only 3 title matches. Okay, so let's go to the Cell matches. First, I'm going to talk about Sasha Banks and Bayley in Hell in a Cell. Now, there's a rumor about months ago this would be the main event. Now, I'm not so sure. It can still happen, but I'm going to have it go. I'm going to predict it before. So, you know how Bayley and Sasha Banks, first tag team champions together. They've been allies for a year until Payback when they lost. Now, SmackDown lost the rematch of Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. That's when Bayley turned on Sasha, injured her neck. And then 2 weeks later, Sasha was having an interview. Bayley sneak attacked her at the Performance Center. And then they had a SmackDown match that didn't really happen. It was like 2 minutes long. Bayley got disqualified. And now they had a contract signing a week ago where Bayley refused. And Sasha Banks says she's going to make Bayley sign. And this past SmackDown, Bayley did herself no favors. Sasha Banks had her in I guess a kind of a modified Banks statement on the chair, and Bayley's free arm, free hand was able to sign the contract. It was the only way for her to get out. And then we had the official title match for Hell in a Cell. Now, Sasha Banks has been in 2 of them already, with Becky Lynch last year and Charlotte in 2016. So all the 4 horsemen are going to be in the Hell in a Cell match. But here's the thing about Sasha Banks. She claims she's the boss in the Hell, or something like that. She's 0-2. She's 0-2 in Hell in a Cell matches. And yeah, I'm wearing this shirt, the Sasha Banks shirt I got like 3 or 4 years ago. But ironically, I'm going to go with Bayley here because I think there's a bigger story to tell with these two, continuing this feud. Have Sasha Banks win Royal Rumble and have their match at WrestleMania, and that's when Sasha Banks wins the title from Bayley. Have Bayley hold the title for 5 more months. Have her have like 500-day reign. She already broke the record, right? So have a longer record. However, in the meantime, feud with other guys at SmackDown. I know they're building up Bianca Belair. I don't think that's the right time. Bianca Belair is after WrestleMania. Have a feud with them. Who else? Who's on SmackDown? I don't know. Liv Morgan, Ruby. I don't know, man. Carmella's a heel. It seems like Carmella's a heel. Or I feel like if they're gonna, they might continue. I don't know. I think they might continue this, but I would have it have Sasha Banks win the Royal Rumble and have this match at WrestleMania once again for the title. Yes, and the Hell in a Cell match in the beginning of the feud is really not how really things should go with WWE. But it's a grudge match, a grudge feud, and it got very, very violent, right? Very, as the short feud started going on, it was only been about 4 or 5 weeks, right? Or 6 weeks, whatever, 4 or 6 weeks. And so they're ready to sell a match. You know why they're doing this is because so they could get people's attention on this because of whatever, the pandemic. So more people are hoping to watch. And so yeah, I'm gonna go with Bayley retaining here. And on to the next match. Sorry about the cough. So we have Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. No, I got Drew winning here. I'll get the other way. And this will be the final culmination, the final conclusion of this 3-month feud between the Legend Killer, the Viper, versus Scott Psychopath Drew McIntyre. And I agree with most people in their opinion that should have ended in the Clash of Champions when all the legends got the revenge on Randy Orton and Drew was able to take him out, get the win by putting him in the ambulance. But it's gonna happen. This time, for the final time in the Hell in a Cell. I can see Randy Orton winning here, but I think Drew's gonna win. And move on from here. I don't know who he's going to face next. Maybe Sheamus, Braun Strowman. I don't think it's going to be The Fiend, but I think Fiend might be later down the road. But I can see Sheamus, Braun Strowman. And Randy Orton could go into other guys. There's other guys on Raw he could help. There's guys like Matt Riddle, Matt Riddle. I don't know. Drew McIntyre could go on AJ Styles. I think that's it next. That'll be a great rivalry. But Randy Orton could go on guys like Matt Riddle, some of the younger guys. So yeah. I can see Randy Orton winning here, help build up younger stars to become champion, but I think Drew McIntyre does a great job as WWE champion, and I don't think they're going to take the title off him. So I'm going with Drew McIntyre retaining the title here. Now, I forgot a picture. So, after this, we're going to have Roman Reigns take on Jeyuso, right? Give me for a second, let me get the picture. Roman Reigns versus Jeyuso for the Universal title. In the Hell in a Cell match, I quit match. The first time ever a Hell in a Cell match had actual stipulation involved in it. Now, okay, Jey Uso's not going to win the title here. But this is bigger than the title now. With the tribal consecrations Roman Reigns laid upon Jey Uso this past Friday. See, Roman Reigns says if he loses, he can live with it by not being the top dog, not being able to provide, whatever. He can live with it. But with Jey Uso, what he gave to Jey Uso, if Jey Uso loses, he's out of the family. His kids are out of the family. His grandchildren are out of the family, of the Samoan family. So, obviously, I think Roman Reigns is going to retain here. And this goes for Jimmy too, because Jimmy got involved on SmackDown, remember? So, I don't know. It's possible two things how this could go down. Roman's going to win. Let's get that out of the way again. Roman's going to win. I think Jimmy might turn on Jay because he doesn't want to leave the family. It's a possibility. And a lot of people are not going to be happy to see the Usos break up. But I think Jey Uso, each of them could have a singles one. Jey Uso could do single matches. There's a possibility Jimmy Uso turns on Jay because he doesn't want to be out of the family, kicked out of the family. See, Roman Reigns is treating his family, the Samoan family, like it's a mafia kind of family, like he's head of the table, like he's a godfather. You know what I mean? I know they're not going to say that because, for obvious reasons, but he's like the godfather of the family. I need to provide. So Jimmy might want to still have that woman helping provide him for the family, but being the head of the Samoan family. So it's possible Jimmy turns on Jay. It's possible Jimmy still gets involved, But Jey is out by Jimmy, and Roman Reigns is somehow beating up Jimmy so badly to a point where I don't know how close Jimmy is to returning if he can get some physical contact. But I'm saying it gets to a point where Jey has to say, "I quit. You're the tribal chief," acknowledging Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. So yeah, Roman Reigns will retain here, and I don't know what's next for Roman Reigns because I think this might be the end, or maybe down the line the Usos join Roman Reigns and they actually do form a faction. So those are my predictions. By the time it's up, this could be more matches announced, at least 1 or 2 more matches, because it's a very small card, just 5 matches. So assuming it's always still be 5 matches, the Hell in a Cell matches could be very long. So yeah, okay. Like, comment, subscribe below your predictions and who you think is gonna win. Thank you and enjoy the show. And goodbye.